Hey Pitmasters, what's up? Today we're going to do another big chunk of beef, smoking it. I always get excited when we're smoking big chunks of beef. I love brisket and I love the beef shank that we did. And I thought, what else can we do? Well, turns out I walked into my butcher while he was carrying this. This is 10 kilograms of beef neck, guys. This is freaking awesome. Look, this is so heavy. Ugh, proper weightlifting. Look at these guns. Look at them go. Well, anyways, you guys get the point. Eating meat will make you strong, so that's why we need the barbecue. Let's take this thing out of the package. This is a proper beef neck. Look at how big that is. A beef neck is perfect for a low and slow cooking session. We use pork neck for pulled porks. You can use a beef neck. This thing is rather affordable if you compare it to a brisket. Of course, it doesn't have the beautiful intermuscular fat like the brisket had, but it's really good. It has a lot of fat, it has a lot of structure, and it's going to all melt and render down perfectly when we're going to do our long smoking session. Before we're going to do anything with the meat, we're going to fire up our barbecue first, because it's going to take a while to get that barbecue perfectly up to temperature and to get it set at the point where we want it to be to smoke our beautiful beef neck to perfection. I think most people don't know about this, but Napoleon actually sells smokers. Look at this. It's a beautiful bullet smoker. It is also known as a water smoker because it has a huge water pan at the bottom. These things are perfect to smoke chicken, beef, pulled pork, ribs, anything smoked, because these things are super stable. And what we're looking for is the perfect way to cook this giant beef neck. Now, we're going to be cooking this for a longer period of time, so we're definitely going to need that water pan in there to make sure that we get that temperature stable and at the same time keep the moisture up in the smoker. Well, enough talking, let me show you how to set this thing up. I'm taking off the top stacks. This is our charcoal basket. We're going to start a fire here. First, we're going to load it up with hardwood charcoal. They're really strong, tough, thick cuts of wood. And what that means is when we light these up, they're going to cook low and slow. They're going to release the heat very slowly, and that's perfect for what we're doing. This is even better than briquettes. Now we're going to start a small fire in the center, and it's going to take only one fire starter. We'll light it up and let the charcoal get started. When the charcoal is lit up, we're going to add a chunk of smoke wood. We're using oak wood today. Oak wood is going to give us strong smoke flavors. But we need that with a big chunk of meat like that. You need a lot of smoke flavor to get it all the way in. So we'll put one in the center of our fire and one for later on here on the side. So it will pick up after this one is finished smoking. We'll put our first stack on. Make sure that we center it and then secure it. And in here, there's a water pan. Look at this beast. What a giant water pan, right? So it sits in here, and of course now we need to load this up with water. I got a pan of hot boiling water. I got 4 liters and we're going to put it in here. And the reason that we're using hot water is that if we start with cold water, it's going to take such a long time and so much fuel to get this smoker up to temperature. Now we'll put our second stack on. Make sure that we got it good and centered. Secure the latches. And here is our grill grate. This is the surface that we're going to put our beef neck on. Put the lid on. And I got my bottom and top fans all the way open. So we're going to let this barbecue come up to temperature slowly. And in the meantime, we are going to prepare our beef neck. I want as much flavor as I can get on this chunk of beef. So we're going to build up a crust. And by doing that, we're going to use mustard. Just plain cheap yellow mustard. And what that does is going to give us the opportunity to put a lot of rub on it. And that rub will give us flavor. Together with that mustard, we're going to create a beautiful bark. Rub it in, make sure you get it everywhere. I think this meat is getting the best massage of its life. Flip it around, do the same thing. Woo! Boom! There we go. We rubbed this meat, gave it a massage. Morrison doesn't want one, so we'll continue with our beautiful, tasty rub. We need a good amount of rub, so we're going to start with 1 part of salt, which is around half a cup. To that we'll add half a part of fresh ground black pepper, half a part of paprika powder, 1/4 part of garlic powder, 1/4 part of onion powder, and 1/8 part of chipotle powder. Now we're going to mix that all up. We created a beautiful beef rub, and you can clearly see that black pepper sitting in there. We love black pepper on our beef. It's just such a great combination. We got a good amount. I'm going to sprinkle it out over our giant beef neck. We'll flip this around and do the other side. All gone. All on our giant beef. Look at that, how big is that? That's just crazy. I so hope it fits our smoker. What if it doesn't fit our smoker? Hey, look at that temperature, by the way. We're at almost 140 degrees Celsius. That was totally what I was aiming for, so that's kind of awesome. To make sure that we stay at 140, I gotta close down some vents. Because if we leave them open like this, the temperature is just gonna raise further. So we're going to set our bottom vents at half open, but we're going to keep the top vent completely open so we have enough air circulation. Now it's time to open the lid and put the meat on. But let's see what happens. Yes, we elected a pope. There we go, Morrison. Are you ready for this? Woo! Uh-oh. Have to tuck it in. Just squeeze it a little bit, make it fit. It will shrink down as it warms up. So we're gonna be good. We're gonna be totally fine. But now it's just big, so I gotta push it in, make sure that it fits. Time to put the lid on so I can see again. So we're going to set this to 140 degrees Celsius and keep fine tuning it until we got that perfect temperature. And I promise you this, when you find that sweet spot, this thing is going to be stable as a, come on, help me, Morrison. What's stable? Stable as a horse? No, that's a different stable. Come on. Stable as Morrison's horse stable. And this is where your leisure time comes in, because we gotta wait for a long time to get this thing smoking and to build up a beautiful smoke crust on the outside. So my guess is around 4 hours or so. And in the meantime, you can either clean up, make everything look good and pretty again, or you can sit down, drink a beer, enjoy yourself, have some fun with your mates. After 4 hours of smoking our beef neck with the water pan, we're taking it out. We want that crust to build up. Now we've been running our smoker without the water pan, and the dry air came up and drew all of the moisture out of that mustard, and it built up a crust. Let's take a look. Oh, looking good. That is looking good. We got a nice dark crust build up. Beautiful. That crust is all flavor, and we need it for the end result. We need it for a tasty beef neck. I love that bark. It's an important part of what we're building here. We got smoke flavor in that bark. We got crunchiness in that bark. We got everything. The bark is basically the outside, but once it's done, it's going to be the star of the dish. It's time for our next stage. And the next thing is wrapping this... The dog. Morrison. She wants to help you. You always wanted an assistant. Now you have one and it's not good enough? Let's take this thing off. Look at that beauty. It looks like the Starship Enterprise. Dun, 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 dun. The nose of the dog is going crazy. All right, there we go. Let's wrap this thing up. See if she fits. 10 kilograms of goodness. I'm a pretty decent gift wrapper, but there's no way. There's no way this is going to fit with just one paper. Normally this could fit 2 ribs, but now it's not enough. We need more. Let's get this thing wrapped up. Now, this thing goes back on the barbecue. We'll put the lid on and let this go. We're going to run it at a temperature of 160 degrees Celsius, so we're raising it up a little bit. Speed the process up, and we're going to wait until it reaches a core temperature of at least 92 degrees Celsius. Ooh, almost there, almost there. 90 degrees Celsius. We're looking for a temperature of 92 degrees Celsius. Good call, Marcin. Yeah, I understand you're getting nervous. We don't want to screw this up. We've been going at this thing all day. How long are we going? It's not 12, it's around 10 hours now. Wet smoked 4 hours. Dry smoked 1 hour. Wrapped. So that's, oh, my mind is fried. That's total of 5 hours wrapped so far right now. Of course, we had to go through the stall and it's 10 kilograms. This is much more than a normal brisket. A normal brisket is around 7 kilograms if you have the whole packer. This is another 3 kilograms. This thing is huge. That's why it's taking so long, even though we ramped up the heat, and we're just trying to get it as hot as possible just to get it done in time for us to finish the video and not fall asleep. I have one last surprise for you, Marcin.
What?
When it does hit 92 degrees,
yeah,
we still have to let it rest.
No!
Yes.
Come on!
For only 1 hour.
Really?
Yes. You should see your face. Yes, really. Okay, Marcin's not laughing. If you're hungry, bad luck. Wait some more. One for you, one for me. There you go.
Woo.
Oh. Ooh.
What? What did you do?
Don't tell anyone. It's a scar. It's a building character on the table. Cheers, bud. After so many hours waiting, I think we deserved it. 90.9, and that's the cool thing. At the end, it starts going faster. So you kind of have that stall at around 85 or so. I don't know where that is exactly, but then you get a stall and it just takes forever to go up. But now, ooh, 91. Woo-hoo. I got it clean. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happening. We're here. It's happening. Happy new pulled beef. We made it. Cheers.
Now let's get it out.
Oh yeah. What a beast. So hot. So hot in here. That's just crazy. That is a big chunk of beef. Maybe just, ow. Just a little. Ow. Ow. Ooh, that is good. That tastes really good. The problem is we need to let this rest. We got to wrap it up back up again, Marcin. We got to put it in our cooler, save it up, make sure it's wrapped tight. We need to resize everything. Look at it. All right, let's wrap this up. Seriously. Yeah. That's one downside to getting a 10 kilogram pulled beef neck. See you in an hour. Cheers. I think the hour has gone by. A couple of beers later.
Show me your watch.
I don't have a watch. Let's open it up. Let's take a look inside. Woo-hoo. I'm super excited about this. Look at that. I'm just going to take my thermometer, not to measure the temperature, but just to see how tender it is. First I have to get through the crust, and then, ooh. Now this is not pull apart tender all over. The outside is, well, it's almost ready to be pulled, but on the inside it's not. And I don't want it to be, because I wanted to see what it looks like slice-wise. I want to compare it to a brisket. It's always a moment of joy to get my super slicer out and start slicing large objects. You ready for this? That is so juicy. We got all kinds of goodness in this beef neck. We got the nice fall apart outside with that beautiful crust, a beautiful smoke wing, lots and lots of juices. This stuff is fantastic. And when we take a nice thick slice out of this, and I mean a big slice, you can see that it still has a little bit of pull. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Time to bite into it. I got a little bit of crust, I got a little bit of beef, and there's a lot of flavor in there. I'm super happy that I used oak. It gives me a lot of flavor. And then the spiciness, really good. It just shreds up. And that's why it's worth waiting so long for. Just sit down, relax, wait for it to happen. Let your smoke do all the work. You want to try?
Yeah.
First, I'm going to give you a little bit of bark.
That's tiny.
There we go again. Why are you complaining?
Okay. Trying to figure out if I can taste the mustard.
You can't.
No.
You can't taste the mustard. It only created the bark. That's why the mustard's there, is just to hold on to all the spices. And the main thing that I taste is the chipotle and the black pepper. And of course a little bit of salt and smoke. Now go for this. It's nice and tender, and it will keep Morrison quiet for a while, so I can finish off this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can see that our beef neck turned out fantastic. You don't need to buy expensive brisket for your smoking sessions. You can buy beef shank, you can buy beef neck even. And the prices are such a difference. I bought 10 kilograms and man, it turned out fantastic. Just a little bit of love. A little bit of smoke, salt, pepper. That's all you need. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave us a big thumbs up and a comment down below. A big thank you to all of our patrons and YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk!
and keep on grilling.
That was a little bit loud.
You're loud.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's a beer. It's the beer talking, Morrison. That's okay. You can sleep over. Don't worry about it. And the comments are going wild. Look at that smoke ring. That's just crazy. That's almost a finger thick smoke ring. You see that? It's just crazy.
Now give me.
Give me? How do you say that?
Okay, could you please give me a piece?
Yes, that's how you say it. I'm giving away my precious and you just talk to me like that? Ain't gonna happen here.